Alright guys, well I'm back today with a video that you guys have requested time and time again on the channel. And here recently I've been getting some night vision, especially budget night vision, out to the channel for us to try out. Well, a company a while back, Pinty, actually reached out to me to send some budget red dots, and honestly, I don't remember what one is what, but I know I tested some of them. I'm not quite sure if they went good or bad, but they reached out to me again and wanted me to test another scope. I passed on the scope, but I saw that they were actually selling night vision binoculars, and more specifically, budget digital night vision binoculars. And for those of you who don't know, there's your standard tube night vision, which is like the green Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 that you commonly see. Then there's a digital night vision, which is very similar to a camera. Actually picks up and views with infrared light and plays it back on an LCD screen or a digital screen that you actually watch a screen, and that's what these are. And then there's thermal night vision, which reads the heat signature of something, which are generally pretty expensive, but hopefully we'll get some out to the channel. So today we're looking at the Pinty digital night vision binoculars, and these come in at right at $300 with free prime shipping. But they actually generated a coupon code 704 Tactical for 10% off this order, bringing them in for $270 with free shipping. So honestly, a very good price for night vision, but are they worth it? I wanted to know if these things were good or junk. I've got a lot of opinions about them, so let's unbox them and see how they come. If you guys follow night vision prices at all, you'll know $300, or actually $270, is very reasonably priced for night vision. Now, digital night vision can be had for pretty cheap. I've actually seen some as low as $100, but honestly, they're not even worth your time. Something like this, though, after trying it, is definitely worth your time. Comes in a very nice carrying case, which is pretty cool because you'll want to store these since you've paid $270 on something. And they actually look like a very good quality, but first thing right off the bat, they're made out of plastic. And they feel like they're made out of plastic. This piece is just, I don't know, they feel kind of cheap feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's that hard, almost ABS style plastic. But they do that to save money, but they've been pretty durable. I've really got no complaints other than just kind of the look and feel. They also have this rubber shielding in the front, and you can actually see there is a lens, and then right behind it, you can see there is just a digital screen. So honestly, you're just looking through a piece of plastic at a digital screen, and this kind of shields your eyes and hides the light from others, maybe looking back at you. You can see up front, it's got a cover over that IR receptor, and then this is the IR illuminator. So you're actually not looking through two lens systems. You're really only watching a screen that is being picked up right here, and this is that protective cap that helps shield some of the daylight. You pull this off at night, and if you want to use them during dusk or daylight, you put this back on. This also has some focus adjustments, which is key. I mean, absolutely key, all the way up from like close in at your home distance all the way out to infinity, so you can focus that, which you're gonna need to do when using this. But it's really easy because as you're holding this, you just reach up and focus. So I like that feature. And then that is the IR illuminator. You also get the instruction manual, which is very detailed. I'm not going to go over it in full detail, but it tells you everything you need to know. So a good job on Pinty for really explaining everything. It also comes with a strap, a connection to the computer. You can actually power everything or plug everything in with a micro USB cord. And then it also comes with an audio cable. So the cool thing about this is you can actually record to this. I'll show you on the side right here. Right where you plug the USB in, you've got the AV, the USB, and the micro SD. And it comes with a 4 GB micro SD card. So it is ready to go to record. So that is pretty impressive that they include that micro SD card, which I'm glad they do, because you can open this up and start the process. So I'm going to show you guys actual footage in a second, but I want to talk about the controls real quick and ease of use, and then we'll take a look at that footage. So to turn the night vision on, you actually click this power button and hold it down. And I want to show you what I'm talking about with that screen. It is actually just a screen you're looking at. So right off the bat, this seems very cheap and cheesy. But it does work, and it works good. I will show you the footage in a minute. Some of the best footage I've seen in this type of price range for night vision. So right now you can actually see the setting at top is the record, and you can switch it over to a photo, and you can see the battery indicator on the top left corner. Now to turn on the IR illuminator, you'll just click this button, It'll turn on the 1 and then 2. Now I've got that cap on there, and actually 3, sorry. There's 3 IR settings. Now I've got the cap on there because I don't want to damage anything, but you can see if you pick it up a little bit, you can start seeing that light come through. Now again, it can't really focus this close up. Really kind of about 3 meters and back is where it starts to focus in. So this is already coming at a zoom level. You can't just kind of pick it up and use this for like CQB or attach it to your face and really walk around with it, because it's already at like a 3.5 zoom, and then you have the potential to increase it to the 7 times zoom with the 2 times zoom digital. Now that's not an optical zoom, that's only digital zoom, so it will get more grainy when you zoom in. The next thing I want to talk about is the snap button, and that what it allows you to do is start recording. So just like a camcorder, right now you're recording to the micro SD card, which is a very cool feature and very useful. Maybe if you're going on a hunt, spotting for somebody, you can actually record the hunt for somebody. Or if you like to do some shooting at night, you can record a buddy shooting, and that's a very nice touch. Or just record all different types of things at night. Maybe you have some critters or varmints coming on your property. Or maybe you have some people coming on your land and you want to record them and see what they're doing. That is a great option. It also has the zoom, like I was talking about before, which you'll click that zoom button and then it zooms in. But honestly, I don't really use it much. I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. It definitely gets more grainy when you zoom in because it's just blowing up that image on the LCD screen. And then you have the mode button, and when you hold that down, it'll take a lot of those extra features away. You can replay your videos from here, so you can actually watch the videos you took, which is pretty cool. And then you can actually click back to a settings screen. I'll hold it down for you right there, and it will eventually go to a settings screen. I'm not quite sure how to get there. But anyways, this is a very impressive setup. Let's turn it off before I forget and run down the battery. For the money. Right off the bat, some of the negatives. It feels a little bit cheap, but it doesn't affect any function whatsoever. It actually holds up very well. The user interface is nice. This rubberized texturing feels good, and you can actually access all of the controls while you're looking down the night vision. This is very comfortable. It really shields the light and outside interference. And other than the fact that this kind of looks cheap and cheesy, like you're looking at a small little screen because you are, actually functions very well, and it's very adequate, especially at the price. The zoom is very nice. You can really, the focus is very nice. You can focus everything in. This feels very nice, like it's a high quality zoom. It's got a nice tension to it, and it is very smooth. And now, but the biggest negative that I've seen with this entire setup is that it's very susceptible to temperature and moisture changes. So this will fog up quickly because this is just, again, a screen, and then I guess the moisture and stuff fogs up behind it. So when I was at the beach, I'll show you guys some footage in a minute at night, this fogged up pretty good. I had to let it sit in the ambient temperature for about 20 minutes to equalize out. But on a normal day when you're just walking out and you're not like right at the ocean with all the mist and, going from a 68 degree hotel room to an 80 degree moisture rich environment at the beach, fogging is not really an issue, but just something to note. All right, guys, well, I want to start talking about some of this footage that I'm taking a look at, and we're taking a look at right now. So this is actually the first time taking out the night vision scope. And you can see it's a little shaky because I'm holding it by hand, but what you're looking at are 3 deer about 125 yards away. And you can actually see the deer standing in the background. Now here I've actually switched to the 4x digital zoom on those same 3 deer, but you can see you can easily make them out. Now the cool thing about this is it actually has a built-in illuminator. Now this car is sitting at about 25 yards, and you can see when the light goes off, and then when it comes back on again, that is the IR illuminator. So this is what your naked eye sees. Then you turn on the IR illuminator and it completely lights up the cars. You can actually see the bullet holes in the windshield from where we've been shooting this car. So it's a very impressive night vision setup. Now we're looking at a target that is about 40 yards away, and you can actually make out the individual circles on the target. And these are some target stands on the ridge line at about 125 yards, and I'm playing with the focus, kind of learning this night vision setup. You can actually see the illuminator does an amazing job that's built in right into those binoculars, and then you can see the ridge line at about 150 yards, and you can see some trees on there. So overall, I am just incredibly impressed at the quality of this night vision setup and the built-in IR illuminator. So after that, I actually took a beach trip, and you can see all of the detail in the the kind of the grass there, and you can also see the detail of the people walking along the beach. Now, every once in a while you'll pick up some light. You can actually see some lightning flashes there, but that is the reflection on a lot of those signs of the IR illuminating coming back to you. So you can see, I mean, just the incredible detail of this this entire night vision setup. And now I'm going to show you kind of, guys, this is actually my son running around on the beach, and you can see just the incredible detail of what he's doing right there. And it's just very impressive. Now this, about the only downfall, and I talked about that earlier, is this whole system is susceptible to fogging. So it was very humid at the beach, obviously. This is actually on the sand, and you can see some of the kids that we went to the beach with, my son and his nephew and stuff, running around. So right now it's kind of a little bit foggy, but eventually I'll kind of focus in and you can see a sharper image, because this really does focus in crisp and clear. Just an impressive setup in all lighting scenarios. Just, again, really cool options. So in summary, if you're looking for some night vision to help scout out hunts or check your land or just for fun, this works well, very well. The fact that you can record everything with crystal clear imaging is impressive and perfect for a setup like this. The mode of operations are easy to use. You can focus it in well. About the only downfall I said is, like, it's a little bit susceptible to fog and it feels kind of cheap with this plastic housing. But other than that, this thing has been working good for about 3 months now, and I've got no issues with it whatsoever. Actually, I forgot to mention it's got a mount for a tripod, which I will be trying out in the future to record some night shooting down at the range. But you can see that that mount screws into any tripod mount, and you can actually probably rig this up to use this as night vision on a helmet setup. But again, it's not a 1-power zoom, so you're going to be really confused, and it doesn't focus in up close. So this is not for a CQB style situation. Buy this thing. It's worth it if you're looking for night vision like this. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong, especially with the coupon code 704TACTICAL. Saves you a little bit of money. I'll add the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.